The experience on The Diplomat was fabulous, and strangely I keep getting asked to audition for Pakistani characters. Playing a Pakistani is not a challenge at all, but considering my father especially, he says, I think you should stop doing Pakistani roles.
How does the casting agency operate?
For every role is there in a script, there are probably 10,000 aspirants, and eventually they have ABC, and then the director would probably want A, but the producer will say, no, let's choose B. Are B ke Instagram follows kitne hain? Firstly, they're not actors. I could mention a lot of Instagram profiles. They are influencers. That's it. But to be told that आपके Instagram handle पे followers नहीं हैं, तो फिर बड़ा problem है. क्या problem? Somewhere a few months down the line in 2024, we met Colonel Raji Bharwan. We decided consciously, three of us are producers in this particular project. So we cast Raji as the main protagonist. So in addition to acting, I'm also a published comic book writer under the brand An. Are those people in the background holding a glass, which I did in a film called Rocky Rani Ki Prem Kahani. So I have played an extra in a film, and I've done a couple of films as a background dancer also. Sam Bahadur was easy for me, and I was hoping that I would have liked to have portrayed General Manekshaw. I was given part of Air Marshal P.C. Lal. Now, what is my point of reference? See, at least Vicky had a point of reference. I had nothing.
I mean, you've done quite a variety, right? From 12th Fail to...
I'm a new actor, Pankaj, so I don't have a say in terms of what's offered. Because right now I will more or less test for anything which comes my way. But 12th Fail, I had to play a little bit of a negative panelist when Vikrant Massey enters. In fact, I tested for the main antagonist, Rahul. My dad said, son, you can go, but without my blessing. Now, parents ka jo hota hai na, wo remote control, it did fabulous effect on me then. So I obviously didn't go. But see, where am I? I'm back in the industry.
Hello everybody, welcome to Talking Through. Today we have Darius Chinoy with us. He's an actor who's worked in The Diplomat, 12th Fail, Sam Bahadur and many more. So let's talk to him. Hi Darius, welcome to Talking Through.
Hi Dipankar, hi.
It's an absolute pleasure that you're here. We've seen you in a few movies and it's great for me to interview an actor, which is very rare for me. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. So I know that you've had a really diverse career. So why don't you please share it with the audience?
So there are two aspects, my personal resume and my professional resume. So if my professional resume is what you're in particular talking about, yes, when I would look at in the not so distant past, when I would apply for positions in different companies, human resources would always have a question. This guy's probably done things across spectrum. So where do we fit him? And the reason for that is because of my personal resume. I've always wanted, and I'm self-driven to do something very interesting, which challenges me. And that's one reason why I had a corporate job. I've worked with the Japanese government, been in the health industry, and now in the entertainment currently, yes.
Yeah. So how did you make this change from corporate to acting?
It's a good question. Now, the funny thing is, I never set out looking to be a part of Bollywood. It just happened. I'm an accidental actor, for sure. When I was with an IIT, a friend of mine, a colleague of mine, was heading a project of making English educational videos for East Africa and Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam and Cambodia and all that. So, and they were casting Caucasian actors who could speak English. And so she said, why don't you audition? I said, really? So I went and got myself Bosch & Lomb blue contact lens, and I auditioned and I got the part. Now, the production house didn't know that I was an employee of NIIT. And I took a chance. I didn't let NIIT HR know that I'm doing something like this, and I wanted to, in spite of her being the project director. So I got the part, and I did the English accent, I did the American accent, and I did about 15 films with these guys. And on the last day, I told the director, in fact, I was feeling a little thirsty. Bhaiya, mere ek cup chai leke aao. And they were shocked how I spoke Hindi like a proper regular local.
Yeah.
So that was what started the acting journey. And then when I was with the Japanese government, I did a little bit of stock modeling. I have a face of the corporate world. So, you know, the suit, you put your card into the HDFC ATM, you'll find a guy smiling.
Yeah.
That kind of work is what I've done.
Yeah.
Stock modeling. And somewhere in 2020, just after COVID, a casting agent reached out to me who was also an actor. He said, sir, we've been trying desperately to look for a character called Kabir of College Romance. College Romance is a very popular web series with TVF. It's a TVF original. And season 1 was a complete hit and a sellout with, you know, the youth of India, especially in the Hindi belt.
Yeah.
So what I did is I said, okay, Kabir looked at it. And I auditioned. About 90% of it was English, which is me. I got the part. Now comes to the, on the day of the shoot, that was when I started having performance anxiety of the right kind.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if I'm going to be capable enough. When you're on a set where everybody's a professional, you start questioning your position there. And I didn't want to look like I didn't fit in there, okay, for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
And I decided to just be myself. That was the easy part, because Kabir, the character which they wanted, was pretty much Darius in real life.
Yeah.
And I played it.
Yeah.
And it was a cakewalk for me. And then, but that made me realize that acting also is not easy. There are a lot of techniques involved in it. And I enrolled for an acting course in Hindi. And Lakshmi Nagar has a lot of these training institutes. Through my network and contacts, Treasure Art Association, I took their name. I went. When they saw my profile, they said, do you really want this? आपको करना है, क्योंकि आप वैसे तो हमारे एज के हैं और शायद 1-2 साल बड़े भी हैं. So I said, please don't look at that. You know, Dipankar, the most humbling 3 months of my life was doing theatre. They taught me so much, where, you know, when you leave what the heaviness of life, what it throws at you and what you've been through outside the classroom, and then you sit down with the youth. See, because the difference between a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old is that the sky is the limit. But when you're 50, the sky is not the limit. There's a lot of change. You know, reality bites. And for me to leave what life's realities outside and sit down and go through again from scratch in a different field altogether. And I came out top, on top over there. I was the instructor's favorite. They enjoyed every bit that I presented, you know, and that's how my journey started.
Right.
As an actor, the auditions, and yeah.
But how did it help you, like when you went through this course, and what was the change happened in those 3 months? What did you realize internally?
Acting is the most humbling. It's the most humbling. See, what happens is when you spend 20, 25 years in one particular field, you reach a certain area. In Japan, it would be probably you reach that of a master, a sensei. And I was definitely not a sensei in any particular thing, but at least a certain level, you know. After spending so many years in the corporate world, a highly successful trainer. So for me to look at acting again in front of the camera, where you have to remember your lines, portray somebody who you're not in front of industry professionals, handling all those challenges. See, the process is, firstly, a casting associate would get in touch with you, say that there is this particular role. and we think you should test for it. So you audition, you set up your camera at home because COVID has changed a lot of ways we work, right? Earlier you had to go to Bombay at Aram Nagar, stand in a queue, but everything happens from home if you're not based out of Bombay. So I set that up, and when I look at those auditions, which happened then and now, Zameen Asman ka fark hai. Now because of the experience, right? So mentally to keep working to ensure that I don't go off track, the language, the delivery, very humbling.
Yeah. And you've recently, Diplomat released, and you had a, part in that. How's the experience, the entire thing?
The experience on The Diplomat was fabulous. I had a preconceived notion about John Abraham, okay, because I was always a huge fan of Bipasha Basu.
Okay.
And when John Abraham when they split up,
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What has he done?
Yeah.
He broke a very beautiful woman's heart.
Yeah.
But that preconceived notion made me realize how stupid I was. Wonderful guy. You see, he's an actor, and he's been in the industry, and he's still relevant today, which is obviously that he is successful.
Yeah.
Okay, but as a person, he's 10x that. Okay, he has his entourage, but that is an image.
Right.
He took time to sit and socialize, and we're very similar because his wife's Pahadi and so is mine.
Oh, okay.
He's mixed parentage, and he's a product of two minorities, and so am I. His mother's Parsi, my father's Parsi. My mother's Christian, his father's Christian. So very, very similar. And I think in the industry, if the industry considers me to be a part of it, I'm honored. I would be honored, obviously.
Yeah.
But we are exceptionally unique in that way. The Diplomat was a fabulous experience, yeah. And strangely, I keep getting asked to audition for Pakistani characters. So, playing a Pakistani is not a challenge at all.
Yeah.
But considering, my family, my father especially, he says, I think you should stop doing Pakistani roles.
Yeah.
I said, Dad, please. As an actor, you should be open to do a lot of things if your conscience permits it.
Yeah.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah. But where was it shot, Diplomat? Was it shot in Bombay?
So, a large part of it was shot in Bombay.
Oh, yeah.
And in the north.
Yeah.
In the north, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just curious, you live here in, Delhi NCR, and most of the movies are in Bombay. So how do you manage the entire thing? The travel, the communication?
That's also a very good question, Dipankar. I consciously choose to live in Delhi because of very strong personal reasons. I have a very beautiful life here, comfortable life here. My wife, my family, we're all here. So for me to move and relocate to Bombay, where the industry is something which I would not want to do at this stage in my life. And I do come across at times as being logistically expensive because the first question they ask is, do you have a place in Bombay where you could stay? And I say no.
Yeah.
So then the hotel and the travel. And what happens is, if it's a character which demands you to work in a project which is not of one particular schedule, but मान लो महीने में अगर एक project है जहाँ पे 20 दिन है आपका काम, और not all the 20 days together, 15 दिन पहले, उसके बाद कुछ 3-4 दिन gaps, और उसके बाद आपको बाकी आपको shoot करना है. So which is staggered, I'm too expensive a proposition. So that's one reason why 90% of the projects I don't get.
Okay.
90%.
But
I'm okay with it.
Yeah. But is it difficult to get work?
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Bollywood, let me call it Bollywood because that's what everybody calls it, even though people might not agree to it. Because all the work that I've done commercially is Bollywood, so I'll stick with Bollywood. It's cutthroat. For every role that is there in a script, there are probably 10,000 aspirants. Now, let me give you a little bit a reality check about numbers. Okay, young men and young women between the age of 20 to 30. All the actors, the wannabe actors and the wannabe actresses, they're all technically trained. They have actually invested the amount of money to be trained. Some of them have gone to probably New York Film Academy as well. And no opportunities. If you get an opportunity to audition, that in itself is, you're really lucky. And from there, if you land the part, so typically, casting works in such a way where you have tertiary characters, which earlier used to be called extras. Okay. So now, language also has softened the way you call. You can't call somebody blind. You have to call them, visually challenged. Something like that.
Being more inclusive.
Yeah. Well, I feel, traditionally, these are words which describe a person. So it's fine. So tertiary characters, secondary characters, and primary. So primary would be lead, and then secondary would be obviously those who work with the primary and they get sufficient screen time. And then tertiary are those people in the background holding a glass, which I did in a film called Rocky Rani Ki Prem Kahani.
Really?
So I have played an extra in a film, and I've done a couple of films as a background dancer also in the mid-90s, which I'm, for a larger part of my adult life, I was always embarrassed to even mention it, but I'm there in Sheher Ki Ladki.
Oh,
as a dancer,
the Sunil Shetty show?
Yes,
Really?
Yes.
I need to spot you this.
You could try because you won't be able to. I'm one of the guys with the helmets on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that is something which I feel now in 2025 I'm okay. Because this was shot 30 years ago, so it's okay.
Yeah.
It's fine. And, I got 500 rupees for that.
Okay.
Rocky Rani Ki Prem Kahani was the only tertiary role which I did, having a glass as a Bengali businessman. When Ranveer Singh walks in and Shabana Azmi ji's sitting there, she sings Acta Chalo, and I had Appy Fizz through the night, sitting on a bean bag listening to her sing and looking at Ranveer say his lines. Yes. So I've done it, and now I think I've graduated in 3 years from that moment of playing an extra to actually reading a few lines and saying a few lines, portraying different characters.
And I just want to understand about the entire system, right? How the ecosystem works. So there is somebody producing the movie, right? So, and then there are people who are doing the creative work. Then how does the casting agency operates? Like, is it the part of the entire production schedule? Like, how do they operate? Or it's outsourced to them that get us characters?
No, so I'm sure you've heard of Mukesh Chhabra Casting.
Yeah.
So they are the number one casting agency in Bollywood. Okay. First, a screenplay is written by a screenwriter. Then it comes into the hands of a director and a producer. Now, producer is the one with the money. So traditionally, producers used to have their own money, but now you have production studios. Sometimes it can be a production house original, also like a Netflix, like an Amazon Prime original. So once the script is there, then it's given to a casting agency like Mukesh Chhabra, who will cast for every character except the lead pair.
Okay.
So the lead pair is kind of already closed in, initially because they know that we want to do this. And like, for example, Pankaj Tripathi ji, you can't ask him to audition anymore.
Yeah, right. Okay. He's beyond that.
Yeah, he's big. He's big. But all his, probably his seniors by one batch, two batches also in the institute where he did his acting course from, even today, they have to audition. Now, that's the unfortunate truth about the business. And I know some of them, like, somebody who's very close to Manoj Bajpayee, his batchmates, somebody whom I've also spent enough of time with, those batchmates, to sit at NSD and listen to their conversations where Nawazuddin Siddiqui, Manoj Bajpayee, they would sit and talk about their struggling days before they were known. And now that they are really up there, but all these batchmates who are still professional actors, still very good, but just not known, they have to audition.
Already.
And auditioning, giving a good audition does not necessarily mean that you land the part. And that's another very, very sad truth about the industry. I always make it to the final list in the ads, in the films that I audition for, but it's very subjective.
Yeah.
Why they would select somebody else. And you have to really have a thick skin. Unfortunately, the acting element, the 3-4 years that I've been doing this, has made me more vulnerable than I've been in the earlier part of my life in all the other professions. So this vulnerable side is something which acting, if you want to be a good actor, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be open to you feeling everything that's around you. And that's what it is.
Yeah.
10,000 people for one role. And then they zero in on 50, then 5, then 4. And eventually they have ABC. And then the director would probably want A, but the producer will say, no, let's choose B. And then somebody else would say C. But the producer would say, नहीं B, अरे B के Instagram followers कितने हैं? उसके LinkedIn followers कितने हैं? वो Facebook followers कितने हैं? तो अगर B के 10,000 followers हैं और A के 500, नहीं चलेगा. Now people are getting cast in film projects based on what's their social media following like, which is ridiculous.
But why is that? Like, because it's easier to popularize what they're making? Is that?
Well, they live in this notion, that's my perspective again. They believe that, if you select an actor who has a substantial, firstly, they're not actors. Okay. I could mention a lot of Instagram profiles who, they are influencers. That's it. Influencers probably, but they are not actors. But because they already have a huge organic following, shoot a project with them, they will market it themselves. So you're kind of on paper guaranteed at least that many views, that many people would watch the show. Because if somebody like me who has less than a K, less than 1K, but I'm a professional actor. I mean, I've trained, I show different elements of what I can do on screen and all that. But to be told that आपके Instagram handle पे followers नहीं हैं, तो फिर थोड़ा problem है. क्या problem है? आपको क्या problem है? आपको quality ही चाहिए ना, actor. तो but anyway, they are the ones with the elements. So because of this, I turned producer.
Okay.
And I've decided to produce my own content.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing.
Yeah. And tell us more about that.
Okay, so about a year ago, I have my own company called Weekend Pictures, and about a year ago, I had the good fortune of meeting Commandant Kulpreet Yadav, who's an exceptionally prolific author in the military segment in India. He's got about 17 books that he's authored. So we met on the sets of one film which never got made during COVID. The producer passed away.
Okay.
And we clicked really well. And out of all those who met on that set, we are the only ones in touch. So Kulpreet, reached out to me last year saying that there is this short film. Let's do it together. Let's create our content. And because he's also an actor, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's also an actor. He's older by, I think, about 8 years. And we would spend a lot of time, discussing what is it that we've done wrong. What is it that we should probably do to land the part. So his frustrations are my frustrations. And a lot of time, we get the same part we are supposed to audition for, by the way. Okay? And it's like we shake over it and say, let the best man win. But neither of us wins. Somebody else gets the part. So Kulpreet and I, we decided that let's produce this as a short film, and that became Olive Green Positive, where I was to play the protagonist, and he said I'll probably direct it, but somewhere a few months down the line in 2024, we met Colonel Raji Bharwan, okay, and he's a cult figure right now, okay, and he's got tremendous following, especially amongst the youth. We met Rajiv, and we decided consciously, Kulpreet, I, and Kulpreet's younger brother Andy, Dr. Andy Anil, three of us are producers in this particular project. So we cast Rajiv as the main protagonist. We cast another Fauji, retired, Rudrashish. So the funny thing is, I'm the only one who's not from the forces. Everybody else is a part of the forces here. Okay, and but very sweetly they say that I look more Fauji than any of them. You know, so we made Olive Green Positive at Rajiv's Academy last year. Real people, and directed by Prashant Bhagia, who is well respected. He's a very upcoming director, and he's going to be the next big thing. Okay, he's currently shooting season 2 of Jamnapar. Okay. He was Shujit Sarkar's chief assistant director in Pink, and he's done. Right. Yeah. So we hired professionals from Bombay.
Okay.
We put in our money. Okay. There's a lot of risk involved, bunker. Okay. But because we are passionate storytellers, and when we saw the 22.5-minute first episode, we felt vindicated. We felt we've arrived, we've achieved, and so I did show it to a lot of my industry friends, directors, or at least those who are looking to do big projects. Everybody who's a director is looking for an investor, okay, and not everybody gets investment. So we decided to pull in our funds, and we made this. They technically dissed the film. Olive Green, what have you done? You can't act. This is, bad. So it was a mixed bag of feedback that I got. And only Kulpreet was constantly saying, we've done a fabulous show, we've done a fabulous film. Let's release it on YouTube, okay? Because YouTube is free. But if you release it on YouTube, you need to have that organic growth where a lot of people see it. Because when you have put in money commercially, you want a ROI, right?
Right.
Now, there's a question as far as the ROI is concerned. I said, hold on. Now, we showed it to, the major platforms. Now, that's another challenge. They came back saying that, इसमें कोई प्रोफेशनल एक्टर है ही नहीं, इसको हम दोबारा बनाएंगे, इसको आप ये लाओ, रीशूट करेंगे, let's use a known face, a saleable face. The frustrations of being a producer. So, Doordarshan happened. In time, they launched Waves, their own OTT, and we showed it to them. And this film met everything on that checklist, which means patriotism, drama, a good message for the youth. And firstly, to get it, Doordarshan is very slow. They're great, they're good, but they're very slow. We got it, and in less than 24 hours, it was number 1. Number 1. Trending, and it was number 1 for about, I think, a couple of weeks. And I just managed to attend the Wave Summit in Bombay as well. So I spoke about Olive Green Positive with a lot of people and all that, and they loved it, positive feedback. So we did the right thing. But Prasar Bharati gave us the option saying that, okay, now iske baki episodes ka kya hai? तो मतलब interest है. तो episode 2 to episode 7. So it's all written, it's all ready. Now we have to just get clearance of the investment from Prasar Bharati. वो चल रहा है अभी.
Right. Okay.
कब पता, कब final होगा, I don't know.
This is a little bit like the startups, everybody waiting for investment.
It is. But see, if you compare, we've done a good, honest show. There's a lot of truth attached to it. The youngsters who've seen it, there's a particular age bracket that we've touched, which is we've targeted 18 to 30, and they really find it inspirational.
Mm-hmm.
The story, have you seen it?
No, I haven't seen it
Okay,
yet.
so Olive Green Positive is about set in Rajouri in
Mhm.
J&K,
Yeah.
which is a hotbed of terrorism in that particular area. And Colonel Raji Bharwan, we've all used our own names, okay?
Yeah.
So he retires from the army
Mm.
and decides to open a training academy for the youngsters there, locals.
Okay.
But obviously, none of the locals join.
Mm.
So he opens up his academy to the youth of India.
Mm.
And because he's a star and people know who he is, from all very, different parts of India, youngsters come, much to the anguish of their parents, that you're going to join a training academy in J&K, in Rajouri. And nevertheless, the youngsters come, and a terrorist who was killed in an encounter by Raji Bharwan, his son,
Mm.
joins the academy.
Mm.
And this Olive Green Positive is basically a journey of his in the academy.
Okay.
At least that's what we're trying to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we released this, exactly a week later, a Pahalgam happened.
Okay.
And suddenly, again, Pahalgam, national pride, renewed love and respect towards the army. So I think, opportunities, you never know how they come in front of you. Well, that's the way the world works,
Yeah. I mean, all the best for Olive
Thank you.
Green Positive.
Thank you.
I wish I had the money to put in, but unfortunately, at the moment, I don't. But yeah, very inspirational story. I will watch it, and I hope more episodes are
Please
made.
do, please do,
Yeah.
please do.
And I will probably. I mean, I've met Colonel Rajiv Bharwan once
Okay.
here in the studio. I've not interviewed him yet, but I just met him,
Okay.
and I'm sure he won't remember me. But yeah, but I find a dichotomy here, and that dichotomy is that. Many people are looking for people who are maybe not actors but are popular. Then why not Colonel Rajiv Bharwan? Like, why would they say, oh, they don't have a popular actor or a.
No, so what's the point that you were?
So earlier you had said that a lot of people get parts because they have a lot of social media following.
Okay.
Colonel Rajiv does, right? He has a lot of following.
Yes, he
But
does.
then why would you get feedback that, oh, you don't have any professional actors?
Yeah, so I don't know what to answer to that, because, we made this because Rajiv has an organic presence, but he also is, see, the story
Yeah.
is more or less what he's doing in real life.
Yeah. He has an
Okay.
academy, right?
Yeah. He has an academy. So we decided to make this particular thing like that, and it's tailor-made.
Yeah.
Now, if I were to work in another project where I will cast Rajiv based only on his fan following, not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Because this particular story demanded him to be like that, which is why we used him,
Yeah.
and he came off, he's just playing himself,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
and that's what works.
Yeah.
Now, if there is another production house who decides to make a project where, and they cast an influencer, like, what's her name, who wears different outfits? Urfi.
Yeah.
Urfi Javed, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
Now, if the script demands a real life kind of a Urfi Javed and she portrays herself, she
Why
doesn't
not?
need to do anything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Please understand that actors are technically trained to portray different characters.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people think that people are born actors. No, actors are not born. How many years does it take for a person to study medicine?
6 to 8 years.
Yes. Do you think a person is born a doctor?
No.
How long does it take for a person to be an engineer?
About 5 years.
Exactly. So even acting, it takes a lifetime.
Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, you become a better actor as you age. And I feel those who've gone through the technical aspects of training at NSD or FTII, they become better actors when they've gained a little bit of life experience. They become whole, they become full. Now there is a new wave of entertainment under the term realism. They want real, everything real.
Yeah.
Gone are those days of overacting, drama,
Mm.
you know. So if an audition comes and there is a character where you're supposed to try and do a little bit of drama, sir, आप please आप subtle रखो, आप वो drama जो है ज़्यादा मत करो, जितना आप real करोगे उतना ही अच्छा होगा. So that's the demand of the industry. While I personally I don't like it. Personally, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because why would you want to go into a theater, pay money for a ticket, just to see reality again?
Which you just faced outside.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
I want to escape from the realities. In India, you would definitely want to escape from reality.
Yeah.
Because here the reality is not as rosy as, you know, in the West or in Europe, for example. You know, so I want to escape. If somebody were to ask me who are my favorite filmmakers, I would actually have Karan Johar in that list.
Yeah.
Because he takes you away into a different environment, into a different fantasy land.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? Why can't we learn to escape from reality? Because reality is, you know. So I'm not saying that art films are, you know, bad. I mean, I am a part of quite a few, but I prefer,
you know, like the real ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Like personally, as an audience, I'll tell you, like I also miss it quite a bit because, you know, one of my all-time favorites is Rajkumar ji, and I miss him on the screen, like because you know what you're going to get.
There you go.
You know, so he's going to be on the screen, and doesn't matter who else is on the screen, he will own it, right?
Okay, you tell me, in your last 25 years, why don't you name your top 3 films?
Top 3 films.
Personally, what you've loved.
I've loved Lakshya a lot.
There you go.
Okay. I've also, one of my all-time favorites is Raja Babu. I love that movie. And specifically because of the friendship that, you know, Govinda and Shakti Kapoor have. And I also like Tiranga a lot.
Which is Rajkumar. And Nana Patekar.
Nana Patekar, yeah.
See, a couple of these films that you mentioned are before 2000.
Yeah.
I had said between 2000 and 2025.
Okay.
But if I mention Malamal Weekly.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's the point that I was trying to arrive at. You know, when you get into films which take you away from a reality, I think that's what we really want. And I also love Raja Babu. My family, they question, how can you like Raja Babu? How? Do you have any sense? I said, I do, which is why I like Raja Babu. The comedy. Govinda, in the 90s, there was just nobody to touch him.
Yeah, he was the king.
He was the king, and he still is. You know, for me, I will have a lot of love, adulation, and adoration for him because he made me laugh.
Yeah.
You know, where he sits on his Enfield, you know, with those twirlers and the umbrella over his head. Ridiculous. But, I mean, wow.
Yeah.
And I can sing his song, Paka Chika Paka, really well. Every karaoke bar, I'm the only one who sings that. I do. You know,
I love that song too. One of my favorite movies. And I mean, like, for example, people who made movies that time, like David Dhawan, you know, I mean, they had a brand, you know,
they did.
They could
larger
make you
than
laugh.
Life. They created larger than life. See, Dipankar, you know, the way we watch entertainment has changed so much. You know, I don't know if it is for the better or for the worse, but it has changed. Because in the 90s, we had, you know, you'd go to a theater and you'd look up. So when you look up to somebody, obviously he is a hero. And now that has come here. Can you imagine? From that to this. And a larger part of the viewing of entertainment happens here. So, and to add to it, the factors of realism. So evolution, I mean, entertainment has evolved into something completely different. You have something called microdramas now. Have you heard the term microdrama?
Yeah, I've heard the term,
How would a professional actor look at a microdrama? नहीं, मुझे काम चाहिए, तो काम अगर available है तो फिर मैं आऊँगा काम करने के लिए. So you have to be in a position to portray characters in a micro drama, which is on your phone,
Yeah.
3-4 minute हर episode का,
Yeah.
or या television, या web series. See, TV and web series also there is a difference, okay?
Yeah.
And then film.
Yeah.
So there are different mediums, you know.
Right. But I mean, you have a lot of love for armed forces, right? I mean, you've also done something similar for Sam Bahadur, right? Tell us your experience about working with that crew, the movie.
My personal favorite to date remains Sam Bahadur.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of personal history attached to it.
Yeah.
I come from a family where my uncles have served in all three wings, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Army, and to leadership levels. So again, you know, growing up, I spent a larger part of my childhood and adulthood with the armed forces.
Yeah.
In the 80s, I used to read the Commander comics, and I was so obsessed with, you know, World War I, World War II, the missions, you know, of the way the soldier would fight.
Yeah.
I used to draw, and guess what? That's exactly what I ended up doing.
Yeah.
So, in addition to acting,
Yeah.
I'm also a published comic book writer under the brand AN.
AN. Oh, really?
AN. AN stands for Army, Navy, Air Force.
Air Force. Okay.
AAN.
Yeah.
Army, Air Force, Navy.
So is it digital or?
No. Traditional hard
Print.
copies.
Okay.
Print. So please, if you Google AN,
Yeah.
you'll find comics there, of which I have scripted a few.
Okay.
And I will not be modest in saying that we have an eye for detail. Recreating our fallen soldier's last mission, for which he's been given a gallantry medal. So Paramveer Chakra ko chhod ke, we've covered larger part of Ashok Chakra, Kirti Chakra, Shaurya Chakra, MVC, VC. Sam Bahadur was easy for me. And I was hoping that, you know, I would have loved to have obviously portrayed, I'm a Parsi.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have portrayed General Manek Shaw.
Yeah.
Because we're also similar height, but I'm a nobody.
Yeah.
Okay. Vicky did a fabulous job.
Yeah.
And I was given the part of Air Marshal P.C. Lal. Now, what is my point of reference? See, at least Vicky had a point of reference. You know, on the project, Sam Manek Shaw's grandson was the consultant. So there's a lot of footage, videos. I had nothing. I just had one meeting with Meghna Gulzar, where I flew down to Bombay for a look test, costume test. They dressed me up in an Air Force uniform. And I had a meeting with her. And she said, these are my expectations of the character. But because I am a writer, obviously writers love to read and we do research. Okay. I researched as much as I could for P.C. Lal's. I was just not able to land his biography. It's called My Years with the IAF. I couldn't land it. It's not available anywhere.
Oh,
okay?
really? Yeah.
It's not available. I just went and portrayed something that I created. And it was fun, yeah. The minute she said action, we were in a war room with 40 uniformed officers and some very veteran actors in terms of cameos and all that. And I just explored and I shouted at Vicky.
Yeah.
In fact, that threw him off a little bit, you know. He didn't expect it.
Yeah.
Meghna came out saying, cut.
Yeah.
I got what I want. Would you like another one?
Yeah.
I said, if you got what you want, I'm okay.
Yeah.
And then the camera went on to Vicky's face. Okay. And because I think I rattled him a little bit, he had to work quite a bit to actually get that bit. And it was fun, yeah. It was fun. You know, when you do good work, you feel satisfied.
Right.
You really do.
Right. You've also done 12th fail, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I have.
So, I mean, you've done quite a variety, right? From 12th fail to...
I'm a new actor,
Yeah.
Pankaj,
Yeah.
so I don't have a say in terms of what's offered.
Yeah.
Because right now I will more or less test for anything which comes my way. Though I have become more selective of late.
Yeah.
But 12th fail, I had to play a little bit of a negative panelist when, you know, Vikrant Massey
Massey,
enters and his character's name is Manoj.
Yeah.
When he enters, and in fact, I tested for the main protagonist, the main antagonist, Rahul, a friend of mine, Rahul Shetty, who did a fab job here. Fab job here, you know. I actually tested for that part. And the casting team came back saying, "Sir, be more negative, be more negative." So I was wondering, what more negativity can I bring to that role? Where I have to look fearsome and all that. It obviously didn't work. So Vidhu Vinod Chopra, who's the director, and he's a fab, he's a master in his work, you know. So I got this particular part, and it worked well for me because a little bit of English, you know. Where I become sarcastic and I ask him, "I don't think you fit in here." That particular day I will always remember, because even 12 Fail is a biopic, just like Sam. Okay, it's based on the real
the IPS officer.
Yes. So he was there with his wife. So Rahul outdid everybody. And Vikrant himself. See, Vikrant is a fabulous actor, but Vikrant himself had the humility to say, "Rahul, you've done a fab job." We all stood up and clapped. And you know, it's so good that when actors together acknowledge somebody's brilliance on set.
Right.
And Rahul is very, very gifted. And that's one reason why 12th Fail ended up being the film of the year. You know, and 2023 was a fabulous year for me because I actually coincidentally happened to be a part of two projects which the film were films of the year. You know, Sam Bahadur and 12th Fail.
Both of them did very, very well. Great movies.
They did, yes.
And you've worked with both Meghna Gulzar and, you know, Vidhu
Vinod Chopra, yes.
They're both great directors, right? Great filmmakers, different styles. Like, what does, you know, I sometimes feel like a lot of people make movies, but some people just stand out, right? Very consistently, they keep making good movies one after the other. What is different about them?
See, longevity in any career depends solely on the attitude of that person. Okay. Now, I think a little while earlier we were talking and I said that it's so strange that the best work of most people is in the initial years of their careers and not later. Because they feel that they've arrived. But if, as a creator, as a director, you still have the attitude that I have a lot more to learn, and if you still consider yourself to be a student, you will still make good work. You will still produce great work. Vidhu Vinod Chopra is, I think, 70.
Must be
71, 72. And absolute masterclass. Masterclass. You know, for him to produce a film like this, and I'm a huge fan of Clint Eastwood.
Okay. Me too.
Clint Eastwood is making films
at 90
and award-winning films. You know, he doesn't shout, he doesn't say action, he doesn't say cut, he does this. Do your stuff. And he doesn't like noise. So traditionalists and purists have huge respect. I have huge respect for them. Meghna she's got her own different style. She's got fabulous genes,
of course, Supreme.
She's got Gulzar ji and she's got Raji ji, you know, so
And like, as far as, like, I know you worked with the corporates earlier, then you moved to acting. Was there like a moment when you said, "No, I'm now going to do acting," or it was like a slow transition?
Never. See, the irony is, Dipankar, I had a very rosied past in Bombay when I was there. It took me an abnormally long time to finish college. Okay, for personal reasons, best left unknown. So I moved from Bombay and I went back to Visakhapatnam where my parents live, and I did a regraduation. I like a different word, regraduation. So when I was in my second year, where the students were all substantially 5-6 years junior, Ken Ghosh was a very successful Ken Ghosh was a very successful music director. It was to be his debut as a director. He launched a project.
Kapoor's movie, right?
Yes. So I sent my portfolio, and I got selected, by the way, for that project. Ishq Vishk
Ishq
Pyar
Pyar
Vyar.
Vyar, right.
Oh God, if you look at Shahid Kapoor from 2003 and
Yeah.
you look at him now,
Yeah.
Zameen Asman ka fark hai.
But that's also a transition over like a
It
long
is,
time.
it is,
Yeah.
it is for the better.
For the better.
For the
of
better.
course.
And see, he's evolved. He's still a fab actor, great dancer,
Yeah.
and probably even a better human being.
Yeah.
You know, and my dad said, "Son, you can go, but without my blessing."
Yeah.
Now, parents का जो होता है ना वो remote control, it did fabulous effect on me then. So I obviously didn't go, but see, where am I? I'm back in the industry.
Yeah.
So that's the way destiny is, probably.
Yeah.
If I went then, I don't know what I would have been, where I would have been today.
Right. Right.
But no regrets, yeah.
Yeah.
No regrets. No
But yeah,
regrets at all.
eventually you're there. Right?
I am, and I'm playing roles which are boss का role play करता हूँ, Pakistani, administrative
Diplomat.
services, diplomats,
Yeah.
फौजी के roles कर रहा हूँ, lawyers और पुलिस के भी auditions मैंने दिए हैं, लेकिन पता नहीं वो उसका एक घर पे एक DCP का सूट पड़ा हुआ है मैंने.
Yeah. Okay.
I actually have. I've invested in
Yeah,
costumes. It's like a small theatre company,
Yeah.
I have my friends who are in Delhi police, very close friends.
Yeah.
So, my point of reference would always be real life characters of whoever I want to portray.
Right.
And if you stay in your four walls, you will never learn.
Right.
You have to organically go out there and interact more with a lot of people.
Right. Right. And since you had a lot of professional career as well before you venture into acting, is there something that you learned there that still helps you?
Always. Yeah. Always. I treasure my experiences with GE. I treasure my experiences with Jetro, with an IIT, because they are the ones which made me who I am today. So when I portray a boss for an ad, for example, a narcissistic boss, it's very easy.
Yeah.
Not because I'm like that in real life.
Yeah.
Mind you, okay? I'm not. And I've seen that with leadership from the companies that I mentioned. So my point of reference.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If this is what I need to, so let me get in factors from there. Get me portray, because I know what traits he has, right?
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for the positives, for the negatives,
you also get a lot of discipline in your life. When you're working with sometimes corporates, that you have to work, achieve
the
targets.
corporate world for me has been very memorable.
Yeah.
At times I miss it. In fact, even today I would, on record, actually say if a corporate firm comes to me and offers a leadership position, let me say maybe that was a training leader.
Yeah.
I would definitely look at it, consider it. Yes.
Yeah.
Because it gives you structure, it gives you a goal, it gives you a purpose. And most organizations today, they work with the intention of creating value. They give jobs. I don't think we should look at corporates as organizations as negative.
Yeah.
In fact, Gen Z, we don't want to work 9 to 5. We dislike this, we dislike that. What do you mean you dislike 9 to 5? How many people in today, in history, actually can actually go on record and say that we are doing what we love? Very few. Very few. So reality is that do your 9 to 5, do it passionately, do it with a lot of dedication. It'll fund you to do what you want.
Yeah,
exactly.
And in that whole thing, also make some friends, make some mentors, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Everybody needs a mentor.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody needs a mentor. Everybody needs a teacher.
Yeah, of course. And there might be many people around who would want to change their careers and want to become actors. What would your advice be to them?
Just see, acting is a tough world. Okay, it's really tough. If you want to seriously look at acting, I would say get a job. Learn a little bit about life first. And don't be within the confines of your four walls. You have to go out, travel the world, meet people from... See, India is a fabulous country.
Yeah.
Meet people from across different states. And then look at acting.
Yeah.
Acting doesn't pay.
Yeah.
And today, it doesn't. Unless you are an A-lister.
Mm-hmm.
Acting doesn't pay.
Mm-hmm.
There's this quote from by George Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
If you want fame, glory, be an actor, be a sports person. If you want to be rich, be a businessman. How true.
Yeah, very true.
Very, very deep. And real,
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Is there a role that you want to do or wanted to do, but you eventually didn't?
Any specific?
I mean, anything that you auditioned, but you...
Well, there are many.
Yeah,
There are many. But in terms of, are you talking about biopics?
No, generally, whatever, like you really wanted to do that, I should get it, and you...
Sam Manekshaw.
Sam Manekshaw.
Sam Manekshaw.
Yeah.
I put in a lot of work. I put in a lot of effort into everything that I do.
Yeah.
At least that's what I am disciplined in.
Right.
I will say I am very hardworking towards what I take up.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But then you have to be ready for the fact that not necessarily it materializes into something.
Right.
That
Correct.
means.
And I mean, we've discussed about a lot of things, your life and your career. I know that your wife also has like a really unique thing going.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
she does.
can you tell us about it a little bit?
She's what you call a simultaneous interpreter to the Prime Minister and the occasional President of India.
Yeah.
She's done her linguistics in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
She was in Japan for many, many years before she came back and decided to make India her home.
Yeah.
So it's a unique profession.
Yeah.
I worked with the Japanese government, and she's fluent in Japanese.
Yeah. Okay.
To the effect that she sounds like a native.
Right. Yeah.
She's that good.
Yeah.
And it is a unique profession. What I admire about her the most is what I can tell you is that she decided what she wanted to do with her life when she was 15 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what she's doing even now.
Right.
And I think that's the concept, and that is the behavior we should encourage in our children today. Because it's very unfortunate, you ask a child who's 20, 21, who's doing graduation, BCom, BSc, jo bhi kar raha hai. What are you going to do? Mujhe pata nahi, dekhunga. Now see, he's already done his graduation. Some of them have done their masters also. But they're still clueless as to what their long-term plan is. But if you know what you want to do by the time you're 14, 15, and you focus on that particular skill, it just gives you opportunities to make so many mistakes in your youth that you actually become a legend.
Yeah. You have time to figure it out, right?
Yeah. So a Lata Mangeshkar,
Yeah.
a Sachin Tendulkar, a Ratan Tata. See, these people, why are they called legends? Because they knew what they wanted to do right from the time they were almost like childhood.
Yeah.
That's
They
the
just knew
difference
it.
between a legend. And see, never say never.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Yeah.
But for the concept of being a legend or a sensei, this is the path.
Yeah, right. So thank you for sharing so much with us. But I have a very fun section.
Okay.
So let's do a little bit of a rapid fire.
We're going to do the coffee with Karan.
Yeah, why not? You said you like Karan.
I do like Karan, but okay, anyway.
Yeah.
I thought
they're not as sensational as Karan. So.
Okay.
So what do you prefer, method acting or spontaneous, instinctive acting?
Spontaneous.
Yeah. Who is an actor or director you would aspire to collaborate with?
There are many. But are you talking about India particularly or?
Anywhere. Why just restrict yourself to India or maybe just Hindi film industry?
See, realistically, India is possible right now.
Yeah.
So I would not want to say Hollywood, but I would like to work with Anurag Kashyap. Yes. Okay. I think he's a genius.
Yeah. Other than the Hindi film industry, do you watch other?
Of course.
Yeah. Who's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Malayalam films.
Oh, same as mine.
Malayalam films. My first film ever as an actor was a Malayalam film.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Which one was it?
Called Samara, where I played a villain.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. I need to watch that.
I mean, okay.
Yeah.
Mixed results. Yeah. Because see, it's my baby. It didn't do commercially well.
Yeah.
In fact, not at all well.
Yeah.
But it will always be dear to me because...
I guess the entire country have now come to realize how good Malayalam cinema is, right?
They always were.
Yeah. Now they've come to like realize, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Yeah. I was very young. I had watched Mani Tada, which is like Bhool Bhulaiya was made on it, and later on when I saw Bhool Bhulaiya, I realized, oh, I've seen this movie.
I would recommend you watch a movie called Nadodi Carter
Okay.
from 1986,
Okay.
which has
Who is it?
Mohanlal
Mohanlal ji. Yeah.
and Srinivasan, written
Okay.
by Srinivasan. in
Right,
that.
right, right.
Just watch it.
What?
yeah.
Yeah. And if your life was a movie, which one would it be?
If my life was a film,
Yeah.
okay, I would say Darius, the Lone Wolf.
Okay.
The Lone Wolf.
Yeah.
Because personally, I've seen quite a bit, and yeah.
Thank you, Darius, for being here and speaking to me. I watched your movie Diplomat, and I told everybody I'm going to interview you. So everybody was very excited, and so was I. And it was also first time for me interviewing an actor. So thank you very much for helping me through the process and explaining us about acting. I hope the audience will like it.
Thank you, Dipankar, for
And
having me here.
would you like to say something to the audience?
Just don't be too serious in life.
Yeah.
Chill. It's just one opportunity and one window that you have to live. So just chill, yeah. Don't be too serious, and don't take your life or anybody else too seriously. That's all.
Thank you, Darius. That was Darius Chinoy. I'm Dipankar from Talking Through. Hope you've enjoyed it, and tell us your comments, and we'll see you again.